More to the pictures, descriptions, and accounts. And there's Harris right down Broadway to tie the game at 63. Last seconds play continues. Justin Hamilton drives for the win. No, that would have made it a really short highlight. We go to overtime. Jerry Green's Vols dodging a bullet. In OT, less than 40 seconds left. C.J. Black inside. C.J. with the tip. Vols go up by 1 on Billy Donovan's team. Less than 15 left now. Mike Miller for 3. Brent Wright, offensive rebound, gets a strip, loose ball. They're carnivores. They go after it. We got a jump ball. Possession arrow points towards Tennessee. After 2 Harris free throws gives the Vols a 3-point lead. Gators with a chance. The inbounds to Miller, to Matt Bonner for 3 at the buzzer. No. Tennessee escapes with their second win over Florida this season, 76-73 in OT. Billy Donovan set up the game-tying bucket. Harris got the ball, and the Red Sea parted. It's a Tennessee sweep, but it may be the hardest sweep in Vols history. 3 overtimes in 2 games. The Gators shot 3 of 17 from long range. That's bad. The Vols now a game and a half up on Florida in the SEC East. Number 13, Oklahoma State at number 17, Oklahoma. Joe Adkins from the top of the key, launching parabolas. OSU up by 10. The Cowboys just lighten it up from long range. Adkins going parabolic. Another one. Cowboys up 11. The Sooners rally. Tim Heskett for 3. Eduardo Najera, could you get that? Yep. Sooners down by 5. Now 1:11 left. Najera. The kick out to J.R. Raymond. He's drowning triples. Sooners cut it to 3. 11 seconds left. The lead is 4. Kelly Newton. He bangs down a triple. The lead down to 1. 3 seconds left. Sooners hoping for OT. And they would not find it. Najera shoots, but it would not work. Oklahoma State holds on. 74-71. The Cowboys' first win over a ranked team on the road in nearly.
Second half, the Cardinal up big, and Michael McDonald said, let's get up bigger. Inside to Mark Madsen, big dog, 20. That's a season high. He shot 6 of 12 from the field. They're up big early, so enter Alex Gelbard. 12th man on the bench. Under 1 minute to go, Julian Barnes. Give it to Gelbard! Stanford fans love it at Maples Pavilion. 3 seconds left. Stanford starters want Gelbard to get the ball. Off the inbounds, they work it. Gelbard, shoot it! 2 minutes, 5 points. Stanford does not win the NCAAs, but they celebrate sort of like it. Madsen's 20th season high, 4 Cardinal members in double figures. Stanford wins by double figures for the 9th straight game.
Number 7, Arizona in Pullman playing Washington State. Gilbert Arenas picks off the pass and goes 67 feet for the score. Arenas tied a career high with 24. Later in half 1, check out Mike Bush. Driving, spinning, and dropping one home as he falls down. Cougars down by just 7, but Arenas to Luke Walton, to Lauren Woods, to the bottom of the net. Arizona wins it by 23. This was Wazoo's worst home loss in over 10 years.
Ended layup drill. Watch this. Shane Battier laid in. He had 10. Duke up 10. That's symmetry. Later in the first half, Georgia Tech turns it over. Nate James takes it, spins, lays it in. James 15. Duke up 15. Could Duke have a prettier lay-in? You betcha. We've seen it on bumps twice, but it's worth another look. Mike Dunleavy. He had 10. And we're going to see it one more time. Head fake, jump, spin. I believe his father was a coach. Duke defeats Georgia Tech 84-65. 21 Yellow Jacket turnovers turn into 38 Blue Devil points. Showing the hardware. Now, we know he can run, but what about the Badgers basketball team? They're down by 17. They steal the ball. Things look good, but there's a turnover in the red zone. What about Wisconsin near the goal? John Bryant, no. Andy Kowski rebounds and misses pretty much everything. Wisconsin shot 34%. As for defense, not much of that either. Mateen cleaves to Jason Richardson like 2 big old Christmas hams. Michigan State goes on to win 61-44. Spartans never trail.
Jimmy Dillon outlets David Graves. Yes, and the foul. Notre Dame goes up by 1. UConn takes back the lead. Shot clock winding down. Troy Murphy just 5 of 20, but he knocks that one down. The Irish back up 1. Late in half 2, UConn down 2. Jake Voskuhl for Kevin Freeman. Game tied at 62. But UConn trailing by 3 again. Freeman, toe on the line. Huskies cut it to 1. Last chance for the Huskies down 2. Albert Mooring for the win, and it never gets there. Partially blocked by Ivan Cartello, and Notre Dame wins it 68-66. Matt Doherty and the fans are joyous. The Huskies took just 3 foul shots all game. As Jim Calhoun said, the most frustrating thing is to shoot 56%, win by 17 on the floor, and lose. Number 23, Vandy at Bama. Alabama hit with injuries. 6 of their 12 scholarship players not in uniform. So Rod Grizzard filling it up. Part of an 11-zip run. Bama up by 8. Later, Bama's Doc Martin. Nice entry feed to Erwin Dudley for the chin-up. Bama up 15 at the break. Second half, just more of the same. Tariq London to Doc Martin. They should name some boots after him. Bingo. 19 for Martin. Bama wins by 14. The Tide winning with just 8 players, and 5 of them were freshmen.
State at home. Second half, Ohio State up 2. Scooney Penn. Scooney, NBA range. From 2-ball range. He had 3 threes. Jerry Dunn not happy. Penn State would keep it close. Geisy Kleinherd makes 7 of yours. Penn State down just 3. But Ohio State would prove too strong. Penn outside, Penn inside. He had 17. Ohio State rolls 88-75. By the way, Michael Redd had 25, once again torching the Nittany Lions. In his last 4 games against Penn State, he's averaging just a shade under 27 points. In the Big 12, Nebraska and Iowa State. First half, Cantrell Horton outlets to Marcus Pfizer. The lay-in. Cyclones go up 2. Second half, Iowa State by 4. Pfizer beats the Nebraska defense and hits the jumper. Cyclones by 6. Cyclones pulling this one away. Jamal Tinsley with the rebound and sends it ahead to, who else?
Pfizer.
Pfizer, 9 of 10 shooting, 23 points. Iowa State wins 87-65. Huskers lose for the 4th time in 5 games and remain winless on the road in conference play. They committed 22 turnovers.
Number 16, Texas at Missouri. Close game. Kareem Rush knocking down the 3. The Tigers up by 3. Then tied at 62. The Longhorns pounded into Gabe Manecki. Nice move in the paint. Manecki had 12. Texas up by a deuce. Last chance for Missouri, down 3. Brian Grauer. Open look for a 3 from about 23, and it won't go. Tigers get it, but not enough time for another shot, and Texas holds on to win it. Chris Mim held to 15 and 7 boards for Texas, 7 below his season averages in both categories. 5 ties in the final 5 minutes. The Longhorns have won 6 of their last 7. BYU and Utah. Would the Utes be served? Hano Medela still out with thumb and elbow injuries. Utes, nice ball movement. Seldom used Mike Puzzi. A season-high 10 points. He also got a standing O in this one. Cougars try to come back. Matt Montague steals it from Alex Jensen, finds Michael Vrains. BYU cuts it to 3, but here come the Utes. Johnson to Nate Althoff. And Nate can do this. Chin-ups. Utes win at 77-62. They've won 50 straight at home. They haven't lost at the Huntsman Center since. But later on, Travis Watson, I presume, knocking that down. He had 20 and 12 boards. Later in the second, Virginia up 5. Here comes Adam Hall. Driving. He's got fingers. He rolls them. Basket good, but Hall called for the charge. Virginia coach Pete Gillen got so excited he lost to contact. That would make it a non-contact foul, apparently. The Cavs have beaten NC State 12 straight in Charlottesville.
Coming into the Carrier Dome. Look at how they filled up the place. It's the most this season for any on-campus basketball game. And now, Ray Young on the transition. UCLA within 3. Closing minutes of the first half, Jason Hart for 3. Yes, can. Hart had the last 10 points of the half for Syracuse. Early second half, Syracuse in transition. Preston Shumpert along the baseline, 2 of his 18. Orangemen up 4. 2:50 left. Watson to Dan Gadzuric, who also had 18. Bruins within 2. $1:45 left. Syracuse up 2. Hart on a miss, but Ryan Blackwell does well on the offensive board, and Syracuse goes on to win 71-67. Jason Hart, the fine all-around game, 18 points and 7 assists. At Hart, I just wanted to get this victory. It was very important for us to get this win. Also important for him to play well. Hart is from the L.A. area. The Orange snapped their 2-game losing streak, even though leading scorer Etan Thomas scored only 9 points. DePaul and Cincinnati, Kenyon Martin can do some things. Kenyon Martin can do many things. He had 3 blocks in the game, 1 right there. Later in the first half, watch Martin on the offensive board. My goodness. Bearcats up 1. They led at the half by 14. Second half, Cincinnati in control. Martin with another offensive board, another putback. Bearcats up 13, and then it's more Martin on the offensive end with the nifty move. Left-hander, Bearcats up 18, and then looky here. Back yourself off. Says the ball coach Pat Kennedy about Martin, he breaks your spirit. He had 23 points, he had 13 boards, and the #1 ranked Bearcats win it 87-64. Cincinnati has now won 42 straight at home, second longest in the nation.
Here, Leon Jones coming on the drive. He will not make it. Lavelle Blanchard misses the follow. And Guyton the other way. Setting up for three. Open and cranks. Indiana's up 36-22. Now Guyton playing D on Kevin Gaines. Forces the miss. 0 for 15. Not a point in the game. Guyton gets the rebound. Indiana playing some more D here. Dane Fife with the rip. Ahead to Michael Lewis. And Lewis will finish 44-28 Indiana at the half. Second half, Guyton, no look to Lynn Washington. Think how well he'd do if he did look. Guyton, 23 points. And Indiana's 86-65 winner. Spike Lee at the game, not pictured. The Hoosiers need to win out in league to assure themselves of at least a tie for the Big Ten title. Michigan has now dropped 6 straight. The 2 losses this season to Indiana were by a combined 56 points. Maryland and Temple, 4.9 to go in the half. Maryland down 2. Pepe Sanchez, the inbound, steals it, passes up court. Mark Karcher, then Quincy Wadley at the buzzer. Sanchez with 9 rips in the game, tied at 30 at the half. Maryland coach Gary Williams having kittens. Terrapins down 2 in the second. Juan Dixon stepping up. 3's good. Maryland's up 2. Dixon had 21 in the game. Owls down 2 now. Sanchez looking for Lynn Greer. Greer got a 3. And then Greer, 3 more. Temple's up 4 points here. Greer not from 3, but driving and pulling up. Plus there was cheating. He got fouled. He had 14. The Owls win this thing by 8 points. Temple's Lamont Barnes the huddle. 6-11. Jabari Smith for 3 at the buzzer. LSU up by 10 at the break. 28-18. Still going. Jermaine Williams playing D. The steal ahead. Taurus Bright, he will finish. LSU's up 43-23. Kentucky coach Tubby Smith saying something to his son, Saul. He'll hit that, and then he'll hit that. 3 more. Saul Smith, another 3. 13 points in 2-minute span. Kentucky down 5, but down the stretch. Lamont Roland missing. Stromile isn't. Puts that home. LSU winning at 70-57. Stromile Swift scored 26 in the win. Sounded ready to take on the
Bill, where Scott Frost, former Husker quarterback, in attendance, as was Nebraska wide receiver Matt Davison, who's a guard on the Hoops team. Don't these two know each other from someplace before?
Frost to the middle, juggle, diving, touchdown, Nebraska. Davison on the deflection.
That one saved a national championship. Will this one save a game? Davison can't hit the 3, and Frost probably wondering where's Shevin Wiggins when you need him. Oh, let's not go there. Well, $1:12 to go. Nebraska down 3. Larry Florence. How good's this guy been for the Huskers? Cuts it to 1, but under a minute to go. Kelly Newton can't get the triple to fall. Oklahoma kicking that thing back out there like they had no care at all. So J.R. Raymond drains it. 62-54. The Sooners pull away late. 14 each for Raymond and Nolan Johnson. Nahara barely made the highlights. He got a rebound in there. 13 of them on the night. It was only 3 of 14 from the floor. Had 10 points. Huskers have lost 4 in a row. And now the Sooners are headed to the Fog on Sunday. Each team, OU and Kansas, desperately needing a win to stay close to the Big 12 co-leaders, Oklahoma State and Iowa State. Rice and Tulsa, first half. This is all Eric Coley all the time. Coley knocked the ball loose, got the steal, and won. Tulsa up 6 early. Maybe I should mention at this point, Tulsa's #1 in the WAC in turnover margin, and Rice is last. Coley, another steal. Marcus Hill finished there. He had 11. Tulsa by 9. Even more. You know, Coley's a terrific player. I've seen him play a lot, but Rice is being more benevolent than Mother Teresa here. They're just giving it up. Terrible passes. Yet another steal by Coley and another dunk. 6 steals in the first half. Golden Hurricane by 20 at the break. Second half, he has 7 steals. That one was sweet. Make it 8. New school record, 263 for his career. That's a new WAC record, passing the old mark of 262, held by Tim Hardaway of UTEP. 18 points in addition to all of those steals for Coley on the night in 75.
Jody Lumpkin inside gets the 2 and the foul. Lumpkin, 15 of his 22 points in the first half. Charleston up by 15. Second half, Charleston on the fast break. Tyrone Nelson to James Griffin. He can jump high and dunk. Part of a 14-zip Charleston run. Cougs up 68-45. And then Jeff Bolton. He watched Vince Carter in the dunk contest. Maybe not 360, but certainly impressive enough. The fans, they bow to Bolton because he's on our team. He finished with 22. Big win here.
Dapper as always, and so is his point guard, Shaheen Holloway. Remus Kaukanis, only 7 for Remus. Pirates up by 4 early. UConn, meanwhile, struggling to find a rhythm. Tony Robertson, offense! Going the other way. Khalid El-Amin, Suleiman Wan, no, too many steps. He walks with it, but the Huskies, the defense, just like Jim Calhoun likes it. It was solid. Ajo Dane challenges Kaukanis' shot. Huskies running. Albert Mooring with the sweet little finish. He had 17. Huskies turning it up again. Darius Lane, terrible looking shot. El-Amin got a hand on it, and he's running the other way behind his back. Mooring giving it up to Freeman. Dropping the dime on him. Excellent ball movement. UConn by 6 at the break. Second half, though, the Pirates from outside. Darius Lane, bottom. He had 17, and then Ty Shine, see the 3, B the 3. The haul by 1, but UConn finally gets rolling in the half court. Watch El-Amin working along the baseline and getting 2. Let's go man-to-man with Bill Raftery.
The best way to beat good defense is to execute. Run your stuff. And off the basketball, a solid sprint out. And El-Amin did it in with the blow-by.
Did not get high enough to send it in. But Ajo Dane working along the baseline. You saw some good defense from him. There's some offense. He had 6. And then Samuel Dalembert, dang me. Ajo with the block, going the other way. El-Amin, high handoff from Freeman. Thank you very much. It's a 15-2 Husky run. Seton Hall is living by the 3, but they're also dying by it. Kaukanis is open. No legs. Pirates, their 5th game in 10 days, and it shows up from long distance. Darius Lane just 3 of 10 from behind the arc. Kaukanis going to miss again. He was 1 for 6. Tommy Amaker's 0-6 against UConn. His team 6 of 23 from behind the arc, and UConn wins it 59.